everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video, I'm sharing my second Sand Sequoia growing together build, and this one is not a limited pack build. I did use multiple packs. So my first build for the new pack was only base game and the new pack to really focus on the new items. This one is not that. I used a lot of packs for this one. I tried to limit myself, but in the end, I just went crazy decorating the place. And yeah, it's not limited pack, but yeah, I still think it's worth it. And I did mainly focus on the new items though. I tried to use as many of the new items as I possibly could, or at least like the items that looked good. And yeah, you know, that made sense for this build. So as you can tell by the title and probably also by the shape of the house, I am building a townhouse because, you know, I feel like Sand Sequoia is a San Francisco inspired build. And I really felt like the downtown area could use a little townhouse. There are some debug townhouses around here as well. They're not like necessarily this type of townhouse that I went for, but they're definitely townhouses, like really colorful, fun debug builds that I think are really, really cool. But I just kind of wanted to, you know, give it my own spin and build a cute little townhouse. It's definitely modern because I did want to utilize the new modern doors and windows for this one, because for my previous build, I obviously went with a more traditional like craftsman style type doors and windows and stuff, and just the entire build was a craftsman home, so that made sense. And then for this one, I wanted to try the new modern windows and doors. I really, really, really like that new modern front door. It doesn't have to be a front door, but I use it as a front door for this one. And yeah, I really love them. I also used some of the new windows on the side of the house, and yeah, I don't know, I'm obsessed with this build. I love how it came together, not only the townhouse itself, but also just the rest of the lot. I really tried to blend it in with the rest of the world as much as possible, and I think it turned out really, really cute. So yeah, so let's talk about the build for a little bit. So it's a townhouse, it's a 3-story townhouse, and I actually built it as a residential. It's also as a residential on the gallery, but I kind of built it as a rental. Like that's what I had in mind for this one. So it's 3 stories, as you can see. So the ground floor has its own little front door, as you can see by the little fenced in area. It has its own pathway and a little front door, and then the other front door is up the stairs. So the ground floor area is basically its own little apartment. It's very small, but it does have like a kitchen, living, and then 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. And I furnished it for, I guess, a couple. The bedroom has a double bed, so it's either for a couple or 2 people that don't mind sharing the same bed, whatever relationship they might have. So that's what that works for. And then the second and the third floor is basically 1 apartment. So that's where the front door up the stairs is leading into, and that is a 2-story little apartment. That one has 2 bedrooms. One I furnished for 2 parents, so there is a double bed in there, and then also a little crib for an infant. So the infant can sleep with the parents in this little house, and then there is a shared kids bedroom as well with bunk beds. So yeah, in total, this area has space for 4, 5, 6, 7 Sims, including 1 infant. So that's kind of cool. And I thought it'd be nice to have this as a rental for maybe like family vacations. Maybe if you're going on vacation with your family, so like 2 parents, 2 kids, and an infant, and then maybe the grandparents are tagging along, or maybe aunt and uncle are tagging along or whatever. They can stay downstairs, and then the family can stay upstairs, or the bigger family, I should say, can stay upstairs. I thought that would be really, really cute. And then for the backyard area, or like the outdoor area, I guess you could call it, for this build, that's definitely more communal. That's what I tried to go for. So there is like a communal outdoor space with a play area for the kids. There is a little grill area with some picnic tables, and then there is a back porch, basically a patio that's connected to the ground floor apartment, but you can also get there through the side little gate, the fence that I did on the side of the build. So then the people that are staying upstairs can also utilize yeah, the backyard basically through the side fence, I guess. It's not totally completely blocked off from the surrounding area, so you don't need a fence or like a gate to actually be able to enter the space, if that makes sense. You'll see it once we get there, but you can kind of see it come together. I was fiddling around with the exterior for this one for a very, very long time. The interior came together very quickly because I'm still feeling so incredibly inspired by all the new stuff that comes with the new pack, and just not only for the interior, by the way, I'm just feeling super inspired to build overall with this pack because I love the new world. I love the vibes. I know that I was only like positive. I couldn't stop being positive and just being so excited about this build in my previous video as well, and honestly I still feel the same way. This pack has me excited for gameplay, which is crazy because I love gameplay, but I'm definitely more of a builder. And yeah, but for this pack, I did some gameplay over on Twitch as well, and oh my goodness, I am in love. This pack has me inspired to just sit down and do some very relaxing, wholesome family gameplay. You know, there can be like, I always need there to be like some level of drama included, and you can definitely do that with like wholesome family gameplay as well, because not like a perfect life doesn't exist. So I like to create drama, but I just, this pack gameplay wise, I have been having so much fun, even with infants. Infants are a little bit stressful, but if you're playing with infants outside of the 100 baby challenge, then it's very wholesome and very cute. And I'm obsessed with the milestones, and then just like the tummy time, and how like over time when you get the milestones, there's more things you can practice. You can practice sitting up, you can practice crawling with your infant. It's just so cute. And that's kind of weird because I'm not really a gameplay person at all, but this pack just has me so inspired. Also, probably because it's all very new and shiny still, but overall, I feel like this pack added some necessities to the gameplay for The Sims 4. Like, it definitely added more layers and just way more stuff to just explore, and your Sims can like change and grow over time when it comes to their traits and their like personality and just their relationships, and I love it so much. So let me know, have you been doing gameplay with the pack at all, and are you enjoying it as much as I am? I have lots more to explore still, but yeah, I am so far really enjoying it. And then for building as well, I am so excited. Like, I can't stop building with this pack. If I had the time to just stay at home from work, like call in sick or whatever, and build all day for a week straight, I would definitely do it because I freaking love this world. I love San Sequoia, and I think it's so pretty and peaceful and wholesome and family oriented, and that is everything I love about The Sims. Like, that is my favorite part of The Sims, is like family homes, family gameplay, that sort of thing. Or not necessarily family gameplay, but just like building for family gameplay, if that makes sense. Like, that is my favorite thing to do. So this pack is perfect for that. And one thing I will say about the world. So when they first teased the pack and told us that San Sequoia was coming, and it was immediately kind of clear that it was going to be like a San Francisco inspired world. I don't remember if they specifically told us that already, or if we just kind of guessed that from the screenshots. I'm not exactly sure, but when they first teased it, for that reason, I was kind of thinking that, oh, it's going to be like another city world. So maybe hopefully some apartments as well as like a suburban neighborhood kind of thing. That is kind of what I was, well, hoping for, and also what I kind of low-key expected. And we did not get that. The entire world is very suburban. We have a more downtown area here with like some debug townhouses, but there aren't actually like apartments or townhouses, playable townhouses in the game. And that was a little bit disappointing to me. I was really thinking that it would be a little bit more of a city world than it turned out to be. That being said, I do love San Sequoia. I think it turned out really nice. And like I said, the vibes here are just super cozy, and I love the lighting, which is random, but it works for me. And it really gives the world, I don't know, it makes it even more fun to like build and stuff for me personally, because I also obviously build for aesthetics most of the time. So yeah, the lighting is very important to me always. Yeah, that being said, like I wish there were some apartment buildings, you know, like Evergreen Harbor, the world that came with Eco Lifestyle. They have like 2 apartment buildings. That would have been enough. Like 2 apartment buildings with 4 apartments total is what Evergreen Harbor comes with, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, like correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's what it is. I would have loved that for this build. It would make it like even more complete than it already is. Just like a couple of apartments or like an entirely new build type or lot type for connected townhouses, like row houses. I would cry. I think that would be so cool. That's like, I guess just a little bit nostalgic to me because I believe that The Sims 2 apartment life came with connected townhouses or row houses, and you could play them in some way. And back in the day, I did not have the money to purchase every expansion pack for The Sims 2. I mean, obviously I was a child. I didn't have the money for that. So I never ended up being able to purchase The Sims 2 apartment living. I'm not exactly sure what it was called. But that was like my most desired pack. I wanted that one so badly for the sake of building in row houses. I really wanted to do that so badly, and I still do. Like I still do. And I think that would be so fun for The Sims 4. And I thought that, you know, a San Francisco inspired world would be perfect for that, but sadly that didn't happen. Still, I love San Sequoia, and I'm having so much fun building in this world. I love it here. So yeah, like I said, this would be perfect for a rental. So this is the ground floor that we're starting off with. This townhouse is definitely modern. You could probably already tell by the exterior of the build because I use a lot of modern doors and windows and stuff. So I was thinking that this is definitely a renovated townhouse. It's an old townhouse, but it's completely like top to bottom, like renovated completely. So yeah, they really modernized the entire place. There definitely are still some touches of the old traditional townhouse. You can most definitely see that upstairs more than you can see it here downstairs, because there is like an old fireplace. We have the archway that came with this pack that is a more craftsman or like traditional looking archway. I use that one as a feature upstairs as well. So I was thinking that those are definitely like some of the original older features of the townhouse. And yeah, I really loved utilizing the modern and the more traditional. That is, when it comes to building, one of my favorite things to do is like trying to match or like use together basically like modernized features with the more traditional, original, older looking features. I don't know. I love combining the two and trying to make it work in that sense. Yeah, I really enjoy that. But yeah, you can see that this downstairs apartment is very, very small. We didn't even have the space for a full-on dining table, but we do have 2 bar stools. And I was envisioning this little apartment to be for 2 Sims max. I mean, there's only 1 bedroom with a double bed anyway. So yeah, definitely 2 Sims sharing this little downstairs area that is directly connected to the larger back porch as well as the backyard kind of situation. It almost feels like a park out there because it feels and looks very communal, which I just really enjoyed for this build as well. I keep saying how I would use this as a rental. You could also very easily use this if you have the roommate system. I believe the roommate system came with Discover University. And I think this would work very well for that because you can definitely just lock the doors of the front door of the upstairs apartment. You can have like a roommate or 2. I don't know how that would work with a double bed. So maybe just 1 roommate. You can have 1 roommate living down here and then just lock the front door upstairs. And then there wouldn't be a way for the roommate to actually barge into your apartment upstairs. So you could definitely use it in that sense as well. I feel like it would be very useful that way. It would be a little sad to only have 1 person living. I mean, it's a really small house. So I mean, this could definitely be for 1 person as well. I feel like that would make sense still. I think with a roommate system, this would be very, very usable. So for the color scheme down here, as this is a rental, by the way, it's not super cluttered. I really tried to keep it more tidy and cleaned up because, you know, it is a rental. So it makes sense that it's not super cluttered and messy everywhere, but I still wanted it to look cute and cozy. So there's definitely some decorations and some puzzles and board games and stuff around that the people can use when they rent the place. But yeah, for the color scheme is very neutral and light. That's really what I was going for because the exterior of this townhouse is also very bright. I used the very light pastel mint or like just pastel green color for the siding. And I also use that for, well, wait, actually, I think the siding of the place is a more beigey cream. And then for the details, for the fencing and stuff, and for the windows and the doors, I use that green, that very minty pastel green color. I love that green color. I think it's so, so pretty. It's one of my favorite shades of green, I want to say. It's just really, really pretty. And then especially with the reshade that I'm using, I just feel like it makes everything look even more cutesy and just very saturated and just, you know, nice and soft at the same time, if that makes sense. I don't know. I really like how it came out. And then here we have a little bathroom with a shower tub combo. This pack came with my favorite ever sink as well as shower tub combo. We only have a couple shower tubs in the game anyway, but this one is just so pretty. And then the sink, I freaking love the sink, and just the entire color scheme for all the stuff that comes with this pack. It's just right up my alley. I rambled on and on about this in my previous build as well, so I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record, but I really love how the stuff, like the items that come with this pack, are very colorful, but at the same time, the colors are very soft. So they're not like in your face, obnoxious and loud. They're just very soft, but still brightens up the place and makes it look so cheerful and cutesy and just really nicely put together. So that is what I really just enjoy about this pack. But we have started now on the interior for the second apartment. So the upstairs apartment, you could call it, I guess. There is a little hallway with a staircase, like a little entryway when you first walk through the front door. And then we also have a little balcony. So there's 2 balconies on both floors for this apartment. There's 2 balconies, or like 1 balcony for each floor, I should say. And then, oh, right, this pack also came with suitcases, which I forgot about for a second. But when I came across them in the catalog, I felt the need to put a suitcase downstairs in the bedroom as well, because how perfect is that for a rental to just place a couple of suitcases around? So when your Sims actually rent out the place, or when you're doing gameplay and you rent this place, it kind of looks like they brought their luggage, and I just think that that would be so realistic and so cute. So yeah, for the upstairs apartment, it's kind of small because, you know, this is a 2-bedroom like family space. So we only have 1 open kitchen, dining, and living room space, and it's very cramped, but I love how the layout came together. So basically, to divide the space, the kitchen is in the middle. So when you first walk through the archway, the kitchen is right there. It's a galley, I mean, not necessarily a galleyway kitchen. It's just a kitchen like straight across the wall. And then I decided to go for some island cabinets, or like island counters as well, because I had the space for it and I thought it would fill in the space super nicely. So that's what I went with. And I thought that the Parenthood counters worked so well for the entire aesthetic that I was going for, because for one, the colors were perfect, like the swatches. Up here, I'm using the white countertops with the beige or the cream, and then downstairs I used the gray ones, which also worked perfect. I feel like they're the perfect combination of like traditional looking countertops, but they also feel very modern because of the swatches. So yeah, that was actually perfect to kind of still capture that townhouse, traditional townhouse, but very much modernized and renovated, that kind of feel. I felt like these Parenthood countertops would be perfect for that. And I feel like I talked about this in my previous video as well, but I feel like Parenthood would go perfectly with this pack as well. Like, I don't think you can actually use the brand new packs for bundles. You know how you can purchase packs and bundles? So you choose 1 expansion pack, 1 game pack, and 1 stuff pack, and get them for with a little bit of a discount when you buy them all 3 together as a bundle. I don't think you can do that for new packs, but at some point you will be able to create or like make packs or bundles with the new pack in it as well. And then I feel like you could like create a perfect little family gameplay or family, I guess, family building gameplay bundle when you choose this expansion pack, and then Parenthood for the game pack, and then maybe something like Laundry Day or the toddler stuff pack. I feel like Laundry Day would be more bang for your buck. Is that how you say it? I'm so sorry if I said that weird or if that doesn't make any sense. But I feel like you would, I mean, definitely Laundry Day is worth your money more than the toddler stuff pack is. A lot of people hate the toddler stuff pack, but I for one kind of like it. I really like it. I love the rodents. I think they're very cute, and I think it would make a lot of sense for a family gameplay or like for a family house. I mean, no, wait, the rodents come with My First Pet stuff. No, never mind. I'm getting them confused. Oh my God, no, the toddler stuff pack is not bad at all. The toddler stuff pack is great. Everybody hates the My First Pet stuff pack, and that is the one with the rodents, right? Okay, I got them a little bit confused in my brain, but I have it all in order in my brain now. We're fine. No, yes, I feel like that would be the perfect family-oriented bundle with this, the Get Together, no, the Growing Together expansion pack, the Parenthood game pack, and the toddler stuff pack, or the Laundry Day stuff pack. I feel like would be really, really, really cute for bundles. Can you also add kits to bundles these days? I don't think so. Probably not. But yes, back to the build. Here you can see I was squeezing in a little rocking chair by the fridge. I did have to playtest that because it's very cramped, as you can see, but everything is functional. My sim could use the fridge, my sim could use the dining table, the living room, the bedrooms, everything was functional, thankfully, so that was good. So when we go up to the third floor of this apartment, or of this build, I should say, there is a little desk with a computer upstairs because, I mean, regardless if you want to use this as a rental or residential, it's just nice to have a computer. It's very useful. And I randomly used the cottage living computer because I thought it would be just the perfect little laptop for this build aesthetic wise. But I do think it's literally the only cottage living item that I used. Maybe like a plant somewhere, actually. I'm not exactly sure. But I didn't use a lot of cottage living. So if you don't have that pack, don't worry about it. You can obviously just use a different computer. It's honestly fine. But yeah, here we have a little landing, as you can see, which I turned into the office space, and we had a little bit of space left. I realized that I didn't have a bookcase anywhere in here. Or at least not in this like upstairs apartment of the build. There is a bookcase on the ground floor, but not here. So I decided to go for the little rounded corner bookcase that came with the new pack. I freaking love that thing. It fits everywhere and it's just perfect. I love how it's rounded at the edges. It just fills in empty little corners or empty little walls very, very nicely. I feel like it's very usable, that one. But here we have the parents' bedroom. It's only very small, but I really like how it came together. I also decided to place a crib for an infant in here. At first I was just gonna do an entire infant bedroom for the second bedroom, but then I was like, no, that is actually a little bit of a waste of space, because what if you wanna stay here with like a larger family with children? And I could easily turn the second bedroom into a shared children's bedroom. So that is what I decided to do in the end. You might, maybe if you actually use this one as a residential, then you might want to go through and maybe see if you can add some more toys. There are some toys. We have a toy box, we have a Blarfy, and then outdoors we have a swing, as well as the Monkey Jungle bars, and also a slide, but a slide is for toddlers. So your kids can't really use that. So we definitely have some toys, but I can imagine maybe you want to add like a crafting table or a little violin or whatever. There's definitely probably, I mean, a crafting table, I don't know, maybe you could place a crafting table on the balcony or something. There would definitely be space for that as well. But yeah, for the parents' room, I was trying to squeeze in all the necessities for an infant. I mean, necessities being decorations that kind of reflect necessities, like the little baskets with all the supplies and stuff. You don't really need that for gameplay, but it looks realistic. So I tried to squeeze them in here in the bedroom. I obviously did not have the space to fit in a changing table in this bedroom. So what I decided to do is, instead of putting a dresser for the kids in the kids' bedroom, I placed a changing table, because that way it kind of looks like a combined item. So the kids can store their clothes in there, and then the parents can also use it at the same time to change the infant whenever they need to. I thought that was a better use of space, because there was no way for me to squeeze in a changing table at all anywhere else, because this build is so small. And I thought that that would be just a nice combination of items. I could totally imagine the kids just placing their clothes in here, and then the changing table, the top of the dresser, can be used for the infant. I thought that would make sense. So that is what I went with. And I love how the kids' room came out as well. I used a bright blue wallpaper, combined it with some yellow/orange curtains, which is always such a nice combination of colors. And then I used the bunk bed from the new pack, or like the lofted bed and turned it into a bunk bed basically. And I love, love, love the bedding with the little colored dots on it. I think it's so, so cute. So this room is definitely nice and colorful, but not overly so. I also use a lot of white in here to kind of just brighten it up. And I think it turned out really, really cute. So we also have that nice tree decal on the wall that is so, so pretty. And then I place another decal here. So the kids' bedroom is most definitely not super cluttered because for one, I didn't want to block off any of the routing, of course. And then two, it's a rental. So it makes sense that it's kind of like neat and put together, if that makes sense. And then you can always just bring some toys from home. I feel like people would do that anyway, but in The Sims, you could always just go into the build catalog and purchase or like place some extra toys around or bring some toys from home, like put it in your Sims inventory. That's also possible. And then upstairs here we have the one and only bathroom. There is no bathroom on the first floor of this apartment. There is only a bathroom upstairs because there was no way to fit in like a second half bathroom or whatever for this one. That was just going to be way too squeezed, but I love how the bathrooms came out. And then this apartment has two balconies, like I said here for the third floor. Oh my goodness, my brain was totally frozen there for a second. So off of the entryway, but also off of the landing upstairs. And then the downstairs balcony, I just basically turned into a little seating area with a bench and then also the playmat for the infant because there was no playmat yet in the house. And that's when I realized I needed a high chair as well. So I just placed a little high chair in the kitchen and I think that turned out really, really cute. And then for the other balcony upstairs, there is a yoga mat because I thought that would be a nice skill building item. And then back here, we're getting started on the, I guess you could call it communal outdoor space. This is the back porch that is connected to the ground floor apartment, but I could totally see this being used as like a family space for the entire family to have dinner outdoors in the summertime. I thought that would be nice. And they have a seating area out here as well on the back porch. And I used that new subway tile. Would you call that subway tile? That I used in the bathroom. I used that for the balconies and the back porch as well. I don't really think it's supposed to be used as an outdoor tile, but I do feel like it just looks very modern and it kind of suited this build. So that's why I use it outside as well. I think that makes sense for this one. I like it. So we have a nice dining table here and then a seating area, like I already explained. And then back here we have an extended terrace kind of situation as well, where I eventually placed the picnic tables. At first I placed them in the grass, but then I was like, you know what? No, I kind of just want to utilize the grass space for like play area. So we have the monkey jungle bars here on one side, and then on the other side I placed the swing set, as you can see, and I moved the picnic tables here to the extended terrace situation, and I placed a little grill in the corner as well, so your Sims can have a nice family grill out here. I think this would be the perfect space for like a baby shower as well. I think that would be so cute here outdoors. You can bring the kids, bring the toddlers, maybe place an extra like outdoor pool or whatever for toddlers. But yeah, that's it. So let's jump into the game and I'll show you the house in real time. So here we have the townhouse in the game. I love this like boulevard situation back here, by the way. Isn't that so gorgeous? By the ocean and the bridge. And there's some boats back here as well. I freaking love this world. I'm sorry I keep repeating myself, but it's just the truth. So here we have the townhouse. I feel like I did a really good job blending it into the world. It almost blends in seamlessly. Like it's not perfect, but I think I did a great job. I love how this like little pathway lines up with the world, and the same goes for this one and this one as well. I just think that turned out really nice. And then around the side here, we have a little parking lot. So if you're staying in the townhouse, you can utilize this parking space, private parking, pretty nice for a townhouse, I feel like. And then around the back here, we have the outdoor area. So we have a play area with a swing set and just some toys for the kids, a nice grill area, and you know, then just this private back porch situation with a seating area as well as a dining table. And then down here we have the first apartment, or the ground floor apartment, which is really small. So you kind of just walk through the front door right into this entryway situation. I love this mirror. I would love to have a mirror like this in real life. I think it's so pretty. So we just kind of have the kitchen here in the middle of the space. I'm obsessed with this green color for basically everything in this pack. I love it so much. And it goes so nicely with these gray countertops from Parenthood. So we have the kitchen here with some bar stools. And then over here we have the living room space. I wasn't sure if I liked liked this couch at first, but it turns out I actually really like it. I love the texture for the like seating part of the couch, if that makes sense. I love how there's just like different textures on it. So we have a little TV and then also a bookcase back here. And then over here we have the little bedroom. This one is only very, very small, but it all functions. So we have a bed and then a dresser back here as well, and a nice full-length mirror and also a little suitcase. And then over here we have the bathroom. So it's just a very standard little bathroom. I love this little shelf though. I feel like that makes it a little bit more realistic. Then when you take the stairs to the second floor, this is where we have the second apartment. So you kind of just walk straight into this hallway entryway situation. We have some luggage here in the corner as well. And I have this awkward empty space back here behind the staircase. And I just placed this cabinet there. I feel like that just fills up the space so nicely. And then through this amazing archway, I freaking love this archway. It's so pretty. You walk straight into the kitchen slash dining slash living room. So I used the same appliances and countertops for this kitchen as well, but just in different swatches. I used a little bit more of the green up here to make it a little bit more colorful. So we have a nice 4-seater round dining table here, and I also managed to put in a little high chair for the infant. And then over here we have a very squeezed, but I feel like super cozy looking living room. I like how this couch is a little touch of, you know, just the traditional old townhouse. It looks like a very old couch, and I wanted there to be like some darker colors to tone down the brightness a little bit. So I felt like this one was perfect for that. I also managed to use these shelves. I hadn't used these yet, and I feel like they look perfect in this house. Same goes for the coffee table, by the way. I hadn't gotten a chance to use that one either, but it's perfect in here. And then we have a nice fireplace with a TV as well. And then we also have a playmat for the infant out here. Only use it when the weather is nice and warm and sunny though. Otherwise your infant will not be happy. But up here we have a nice landing area with a study or like office space. And then out here on the balcony, we have a yoga mat. Through here, we have the parents slash infants room. I feel like that's pretty realistic for a rental. You obviously probably don't want your infant to sleep in your bedroom every day, all the time. I mean, maybe you do. I don't really know anything about kids, but I feel like for a rental, this would make perfect sense. So we have the little infants area back here, and then also a dresser as well as a chair. And then over here, we have the kids room. I love how bright and colorful this one is. So we do have a changing table for the infant here, as well as just some bunk beds for the children and a toy box, as well as a Blarfy and just some toys on the floor as well. And then in between the bedrooms, we have the bathroom. This one looks a little bit more cluttered because I was imagining more people using this one than the one downstairs. So this one has a little bit more stuff and like towels scattered around. But that is basically it for this townhouse. So this modern townhouse is up on the gallery. It's expensive. It comes in at just over 93,000 simoleons. So as a rental, it would probably also be very expensive, but you know, it is what it is. I built it on a 30 by 20 in the downtown area, like in the Bay Area of San Sequoia. So if you want to place it in your game, then that is where it goes. But that is going to do it for today's video. So I really hope that you enjoyed this one. You can obviously go ahead and download this build off the gallery. Like I just showed you, my username on the gallery is Simmary Sims. You can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and on TikTok if you'd like. My username on there is Simmary Sims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so. And if you want to be notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. I also live stream over on Twitch a few times a week. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and give me a follow over on twitch.tv/Simmary Sims. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.